Long passes are a staple of the defensive daily routine. A pair of defenders should stand a field apart and throw the ball back and forth in the air. The purpose of this is to warm up our stick skills and to practice making this type of throw. If one cannot make a cross-field pass without pressure, then this is a skill that must be improved. Drexel is a drill with many variations that allow players to work on ground ball and overpass skills. During Drexel, players should work on overpasses, communication, and breaking out. Goalies should never change hands. In this first variation, coach rolls out a ball at a 45-degree angle toward the end line. The player on the ball side picks up the ground ball and makes a pass to the opposite side of the field where a defender has been making his way to the restraining line. In another variation of Drexel, the player picks up the ground ball, turns upfield, rolls away from pressure, and then makes an overpass to the other side of the field.
Chase. Here we go. Huh? I love this. Break. You go. Break. Good. Here we go. One out. Help. Right away. Good. Come on. Good job. Right. Hey, here, right away. Lay balls here. Where these balls going? Okay, go. Come on. Wait. All right. Okay, good.
The following examples are Drexel, but faced upfield. The ball still leaves at a 45-degree angle. Players pick up the ground ball and then throw to players in the center of the field. In this variation, the first and second player on the ball side are the ones who make the move. The first picks up the ball and the second sprints straight up the field.
Oh, that was my bad. Yeah. Oh. We're going to go this side again. Go down.
Here, Coach Haas describes an on-ball athletic stance. You can see the player has his feet about shoulder-width apart with the stick directly out in front. From this position, the player can move either way equally. When coach moves in this direction, the player moves down the line, or he can drop step. It's important that the stick remain in front of the defender with the head just about touching his opponent. Here the defender demonstrates a simple poke check, and coach reiterates the importance of not winding up to throw the check. The poke check only requires the force of the hand extending from the hip pocket. In the 4-cone drill, we are working on putting together many of the parts of our defense. From the crease to the first cone, we are working on our approach and angle. We want to break down and look like we're ready to defend, cutting the field in half. Once we reach the first cone and have taken a good angle and broken down, we then play defense out to the second cone, forcing the offensive player to the corner. After playing defense down to the second cone, we must now imagine a slide coming to help us, so we must recover inside to the center cone. While we recover, we need to make sure that we keep our stick up in the passing lane. After recovering to the crease, we will now simulate a ground ball. We need to find the ball and run through it to open space. Here it is all together. Lunch pail is the meat and potatoes of what defenders do. It's a reference to construction workers, blue-collar types, who bring a lunch pail to work every day and do their job no matter how mundane it may seem, yet are able to maintain a crucial high level of consistency. This drill can be done with 1 or 2 lines. In the video, a single line is depicted. Everyone lines up on the end line. The first man in each line steps up, turns, and faces their line. They are on defense. The next man on the line is on offense. No ball is needed. The offensive player dodges hard for the pipe, while the defender works on his holds, playing body, footwork, etc. If the defender does a good job, the offensive player can plant, roll away, and press the other pipe. The pair do the same thing, just on the opposite side of the goal. Post-up drill is like lunch pail, but we move the lines to either side of the crease. In this drill, crease violations will not matter. It's a drill designed to remind defenders that they must get tough, and at some point they can no longer back up. At the GLE, no one can pass. When an offensive player is trying to back you down, at some point you must make a stand. You must get physical and keep him out. For this drill, no balls are needed. The defense tries to keep the offensive player under the GLE. The offensive player tries to go through the defender and muscle him out of the way. In punt return, defenders close ground and break down an athletic stance on the ball, practicing angles, hustle, and communication. With the goalie in the cage with the balls, 1 defender on the crease, and 1 player, an offensive player, at the top of the box. The goalie lobs the ball to the offensive player. The defender watches the ball as it's in the air and runs under it and breaks down on his man, ready to defend. The ball needs to be lofted so that the defender has time to run under it. In this clip, we add a slider on the crease. He slides, and now we can work on sliding, recycling, and communication. The drill can also be done from different spots on the field. For example, the wing or at X are good spots. Additionally, it can be set up to simulate the kind of defense you play. If you slide adjacent, you can have the slider stand outside instead of on the crease and slide adjacent. The pitch drill. This drill begins with 3 defenders close to the crease, 1 on either side and 1 in the center. When the goalie yells break or clear, the defenders on either side of the goal will make their way to the alleys. The defender in the center of the field makes his way directly upfield while remaining in eye contact with the goalie the entire time. The goalie then chooses a side to throw to. The first defender catches the ball, makes his way outside the box, then turns and throws an overpass to the second defender. The defender in the center of the field should float toward the ball, not cut and not run hard. Upon catching the ball, the second defender will then make a pass to the third defender in the center of the field, who will immediately run above the box and make a pass to the first defender. The first defender makes a second overpass to the second defender, who turns, approaches the goal, and shoots on the goal with the goalie in it. This drill is intended to make realistic passes multiple times while advancing the ball, and give the defense an opportunity to work on shooting.
Really good one. All right, cut it there.
4-on-3 clearing. Divide the defense and goalies into 2 groups. 1 in light, 1 in dark. In the clip, you'll see black is clearing while white is riding. The goalie starts with the ball, but faces the end line. His 3 defenders start close to the goal. When the goalie is ready, he yells break or clear, and his team members break out. The riding team can do whatever they like. They can triple the goalie, drop back, Use 2 down and 1 high, their choice. Black clears against the ride they see. The drill is especially good for goalies and defenders to learn how to read where the open man is, communicate, and clear the ball. This can also be done as a 5-on-4 with a short stick in the spot of the clearing team. Typically, 2 members from each side will switch every time to keep it fresh.